The 2023 presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, says if in 2027 the party decides that it is the Southeast turn and selects Peter Obi as its candidate, it will readily offer his support. He also said a merger between the PDP and Labour Party is possible. Atiku added that members of the party would decide his fate in 2027 general polls. He also mentioned that his recent meeting with Obi might indicate a possible alliance leading up to 2007 general polls. Last week, Obi held a private meeting with Atiku and some PDP leaders in Abuja. To discuss this further, I'm joined by political analyst Jide Ojo. Thank you for your time, Jide Ojo. Please, what are the political implications of Atiku Abubakar's promise to support Peter Obi if the People's Democratic Party zones its presidential candidate to the southeast?
Well, thank you very much, my dear brother. You see, that is the way to go. If truly, if they want to wrestle power from All Progressive Congress, because failure to do that means that they will just have another divided house in 2027 and their votes will split. And it's heartwarming that this statement is coming from Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, whom I regard as more or less, quote and unquote, the stumbling block to actualizing a shift of power to the opposition. Recall that Atiku got the ticket in 2019 and ran on joint ticket with Peter Obi. And in 2023, he also got the ticket of PDP and ran with Ifeanyi Okowa, former governor of Delta State. And there is rumor that he also wants to run in 2027. Unless he buries his ambition to run in 2027, Peter Obi will not stand a chance if the contest is thrown open in 2026, because Atiku Abubakar has built more network, as is a bigger political heavyweight, but the issue is age will not be on his side. Already people are asking of Tinubu being missing in action, missing without, surreptitiously perhaps going for medical attention. Nobody wants another octogenarian or septuagenarian as president. So he has run 6 times. I think if he made a solemn promise that he is going to support a younger aspirant and throw his network behind that person, they might be able to achieve a power shift to PDP 2027.
I mean, just to pick up from there, how might this announcement impact the internal dynamics and also power struggles between or within both parties, talking about the People's Democratic Party and the Labour Party?
Well, as it is, Labour Party is in its own throes of leadership crisis as we speak. There is the labor union, particularly the NLC, has said that the Julius Abure is not properly elected at the last convention, and that they do not recognize his emergence. And I think they also claim that INEC did not supervise that convention where he emerged. But I saw him at INEC event this last Monday, which means he must have been invited by INEC to that event. The issue is that Labour Party is in disarray, And you could see that Joe Ajero has said that Peter Obi is free to leave, which means that the best shot for Peter Obi is if he could go back to PDP. In terms of alliance, yes, alliance may work, but alliance is not as strong as a merger. I think what will work best for the parties is a merger of like minds, the kind of which we saw in 2013 among legacy parties of Alliance for Democracy, All Nigeria People's Party, part of APGA, and part of PDP.
All right.
That's the kind of thing that can give a formidable opposition to the Tinubu administration come 2027.
All right. Just before I let you go, how might this development influence the political strategies of other parties, particularly the incumbent and candidates in the 2027 general polls?
Well, if you are talking of incumbent, I think it's too early in the day for us to know whether he will do a second term. I hope his health will allow him, even though his media handlers are doing their best to prevent the public from knowing full details of his state of health. But we saw on more than one occasion where he will just be missing for like a week or two and then surface again. So they don't want to admit that he has gone on medicals. But the suspicion in the media is that he has to routinely see his doctors. And so I just hope his health will improve significantly. You know, from the time of Yar'Adua that died in office, Buhari that took over from Goodluck Jonathan, enjoying robust health. He never really, to the best of my knowledge, went on medical leave. But Buhari in his 8 years went for almost cumulatively 1 year that he was on medical tourism. And that's why I said people are not likely to take kindly to a Septuagenarian or Octogenarian. So as per how APC will react to this, they are watching very closely. They want to see what kind of formidable opposition PDP and the other opposition parties will pose to the ambition of either President Tinubu or any other person that APC may throw up in 2027. So it's too early in the day. Tinubu is just celebrating his first anniversary by next week or thereabouts, by May 29th. So there are still some 2-3 years for us to have a proper reading of what his health will look like in 2026, whether he will also be in a position to go for a second term. If he does, I think achievement in terms of economic, political, social achievement, infrastructural, good governance will be the determining factor, not necessarily PDP, because those are the kind of things that PDP will use to campaign if, to all intents and purposes, APC is able to deliver on a 8-point renewed dope agenda.
All right. Thank you so much for your time on the news, Jide Ojo.
My pleasure.